Now, something I noticed that I was pretty impressed by was after each step, these guys clean their machines immediately, which is how they look so good, even though they're used every day. Alright, and for the last main step, the asphalt paver is brought onto the driveway to warm up. While it's warming up, the workers mark the center of the driveway because the driveway is wide enough where there has to be 2 passes with the paver, which you're going to see in a second. Once the driveway is marked, the dump truck is back from the asphalt plant with 25 tons of I-5 hot asphalt mix. So he backs her up to the paver, that way he can dump it in. With the conveyor on, some of the hot mixed asphalt is dumped into the paver, and if you can't tell, this is very, very hot, around 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So with a full load, the paver is backed up as close as it could get to the garage door, and they dump a bunch of hot asphalt for the workers to manually spread. Since the machine can't get all the way into the garage, they spread it by hand and they check the asphalt to make sure that there's no low spots and that it's graded with a slight slope away from the house so rainwater runs down the driveway and not into the garage. Now with the correct grade and thickness, the paver backs up onto the fresh asphalt, then the extensions are moved outwards to line up with the edge of the driveway, and finally the screed is lowered, which pushes down the fresh asphalt to compress and level it. Now the asphalt starts pouring out, and you can see the extensions keeping the asphalt off the grass, giving it a nice straight edge as the paver moves down the driveway. And while you can see the asphalt comes out as a bunch of small pieces in the front, if we go over to the back, the asphalt gets leveled and slightly compressed by the screed, and that creates a nice, smooth, level driveway. I mean, just take a look at how good this driveway looks coming out of the back of that paver. Finally, at the end of the driveway, the last bit of hot mix is poured out and the paver is moved out of the way so the workers can get in there and level and grade where the driveway meets the sidewalk. And over here, it's important that the driveway is level with the sidewalk so the rainwater can run off into the street and not puddle on the end of the driveway. With half the driveway laid down, now it's time to do the other half. So the dump truck dumps the final load of asphalt into the paver, and the paver makes quick work at laying the other side of the driveway down. You can see the extension overlaps slightly on the part that was just paved, and if you watch, sometimes the worker spins one of the bars, and what that does is adjust the thickness of the asphalt going down. They want to make sure the asphalt is the same thickness on both the right and left side of the driveway. Alright, so with the entire driveway paved, now the tandem roller is used one last time to compress the hot asphalt to make it as smooth and dense as possible. And just watch it how the tandem roller compresses and smooths out this rough asphalt at the surface. It's just so satisfying seeing that rough surface get turned into a nice, smooth driveway. And finally, with one last pass, the driveway is completely smooth.